Hi guys, good evening. So in the morning class, we started EDR or antivirus or XDR. So we discussed about licensing option. We discussed about design and also what is the backend process related to EDR and how the alert will be triggered based on the what parameter. In the seminar, we discussed about what is meant by EDR agent. And also we discussed about what is meant by asset group or device group, grouping of similar type of devices. And also we discussed about deployment methods. And also we discussed about even implementation mechanisms, what are the different types of implementation mechanisms we can implement based on the customer requirement, whether they need hardware-based or software-based or SaaS-based model. And also we discussed about in case any large deployment, if you want to do any EDR implementation, what are the different types of process we can follow? So that may be using EDR tool directly, we can do the deployment, or maybe we can do using SCCM, or maybe using WUCS as well. So, and also additionally, we discussed about global exclusion. Someone asked about whenever any business case. So whenever any person is downloading any file, how we can take a business case, how we can do the global exclusion part, and what exactly we have to do. In the similar way, we discussed about compatibility related to EDR agent and also respect to operating systems as well. So from there, we can continue now. So EDR agent status now. So what are the different types of status we can see normally whenever we are deploying EDR agent to the respective endpoint or any asset? So there are 4 different types of status normally we can see. So it depends on vendor to vendor as well, but terminology maybe it is different. But in generic, almost all the vendors concept is same as it is. So first thing is so active. So we can see in like a green color, but don't say color representation at the time of the interview. Okay, just you can say active. Second one is inactive. So it is showing like warning, or maybe it will show like a red color or yellow color in such a way. But as I said, please don't represent any color representation at the time of the interview. So third one is unknown. Fourth one is sleeping. So these are all the 4 different types of status normally every EDR agent, whatever we are deploying on the respective endpoints. So what is mean by active here? So active meaning here, it is running successfully. And so always that EDR agent is running and also active, and whenever any abnormal activities happen, automatically EDR agent will communicate it to our EDR tool. So that is called active state. In the similar way, inactive state. So that EDR agent may be not running, so it is not wake up, and also it is showing as inactive state. Okay, so third one is unknown. So maybe because of the compatibility issues, or maybe because package did not install properly on the targeted machine or asset, or maybe endpoint as well. So that time, what we have to do, we have to uninstall whatever we deployed EDR agent, and we have to reinstall once again after verifying the compatibility. And couple of times it will show like a sleeping state. So whenever end user or any employee, so instead of shutting down the system, they will do like a sleeping mode. So those scenarios, what will happen? Our EDR agent will also sleep. So now what we have to do, we have to wake up the agent. So we have to go to the respect asset wherever the agent is showing as a sleeping, and we have to wake up the agent. So then automatically from sleeping state, it will move to wake up state. So nothing but it will become like a active state. So these are all the different types of status normally. So these things, whatever we are showing, we can represent as a health checkup. So this is what morning also I was discussing. So what are the first roles and responsibility in any EDR tool? So we have to verify health checkup of the respective endpoints. So whether all the endpoints agent is active or inactive or unknown or sleeping. For this one, we can create one of the report as well. So daily basis at 9 o'clock, automatically health checkup report has to be generated, and it has to come as a notification or maybe through dashboard as well. So once that notification will come to all the EDR L1, L2 and L3 team, so they can go and they can re-verify what is the status of the respective assets wherever the ED agent is installed. So this is not only applicable to by EDR, this is applicable to DLP, this is applicable to encryption, this is applicable to file integrity monitoring, this is applicable to NADS and NAPS proxy, even SIM tool as well. In the SIM tool also, we can see whether all the logs are reflecting in SIM tool. Is there any logs are stopping or it is not reflecting in SIM tool? There also we have to do health checkup. So this is the first and foremost, it's a very, very important thing. So second thing is, once we are identifying this particular agent status, later we have to go and we have to see about whatever different types of alerts are triggered in the dashboard, or maybe through email notification, or maybe through direct in the alerts tab itself. Now, based on the severity and based on the risk score, we can go and we can prioritize the respective incidents. So anyway, so we can go and we can discuss about how to troubleshoot agent status. So first thing is verify the agent status of every endpoint or asset. So this is called as health checkup. In this, couple of agent status are showing as a inactive or unknown or sleeping. What you have to do, wake up the agent. Okay. So couple of times what we have to do additionally, even we have to check compatibility, verify the compatibility between operation system versus EDR agent version. So morning we already discussed. So maybe a couple of machines are Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 or maybe Windows 9 or 10 or 11. So whatever latest version we are installing, maybe a couple of times it will not install, and obviously agent status will show like a inactive or unknown or sleeping or compatibility issues will occur. In that scenario, we have to read about overall agent versions. So whatever it is applicable, so we can go to legacy. When you say legacy, it's old versions. So that older versions we have to install. So that is nothing but compatibility verification operating system versus our EDR agent version. Next one, even couple of times what we have to do, we have to do the troubleshooting or debugging of fixing of the issues. So based on troubleshooting or debugging of the agent using Wireshark analysis. So when you say Wireshark analysis, so in between our EDR tool and also wherever EDR agent is installed, do the packet capture in between source and destination and see whether the agent in the application side is there, it is causing any issues. In the networking routing side, it is causing any issue. Our packet is dropping in the network layer or internet layer. Our packet is retransmitted, whether all the flags are enabled or not. In the network interface side also. So is there any frames issues are coming or media related issues or physical cable connectivity issues are appearing? Additionally, we have to verify port protocol also. All the configuration checks we have to verify here. So I'll put that one also in bracket. Verify the ports, protocols, and also network routing, and finally, configuration related issues, along with Wireshark analysis. So that is about fourth point we have to verify. So still you are facing issues and the agent is showing as completely so inactive and you have done from your side best thing, but unfortunately, so still it is showing as inactive or sleeping or unknown. Final step is, so raise a case with vendor using technical support portal. So what is mean by this one? So whenever we are purchasing any a tool, so for every customer, they will give unique serial number. So using that unique serial number and using license keys, we have to and also our serial number and our customer ID as well. So we have to log into our customer portal. So after raising customer portal, so there we have to go and we have to raise a case. So we have to provide the severity of the respective case. So obviously every time you can raise a critical case only. If you don't raise critical case or priority one ticket, they will not come online very quicker way. So always please remember, even though it is a medium issue or low issue, please make sure that you can give a priority one or critical issue only. And also you can specify the business impact is very high. So this is the way how you can raise the support case with the vendor. Now, whoever vendor we purchased a tool, they will come to online via WebEx or maybe through Teams or maybe go to meeting or any other option. They will come to online and we have to share our screen, and finally they will troubleshoot and they will fix the issue on the back end using command line interface as well. Whatever we are doing completely using graphical user interface or GUI interface, because we don't know about CrowdStrike, what are the command lines or commands we have to use on the backend. In this similar way, what are the Microsoft Defender side backend command we have to use in this similar way. So for CDR or maybe Symantec or Trend Micro or McAfee or Sentinel One. So that is the reason they will go and they will re-verify first using graphical user interface. Still, if okay, so agent or any other issues are occurring, so they will log into respect to backend command line interface and they can re-verify all the packets, how the packets are going away or coming inside to the organization, where is the exact issue, whether our ARP table is running properly or not, whether routing is happening properly or not. They can re-verify using trace route command and some other commands as well. So this is the way how the tax support, technical assistance, okay, so support team, they will come online from vendor side itself and they will assist for us. Finally, they will fix the problem. So this is the way each and every agent status we can go and we can fix the issues. First, you can verify from your side related to configuration or wake up the agent, and also what is the status it is showing, and also voice and also agent version compatibility. Finally, in case you are not able to fix the problem or not able to troubleshoot the problem or not able to debug the problem, final case is you can raise a case with the vendor. So this is the steps we have to follow for any technical assistance it is required from the vendor side. Okay. So this is not only applicable to our agent status wise. Warning, as I said, whenever if you want to deploy EDR agent in our servers, that may be Microsoft flavor related servers or maybe Unix related servers. So couple of times CPU utilization or RAM utilization or maybe bandwidth utilization, it will cross more than 70%. 70% based on the NOC, Network Operation Center. Whenever it is reaching server utilization is 70%, we have to make like a threshold for that one, and automatically we have to go and we have to verify and alert will be triggered. So this is the way how we can make sure that baseline and threshold should be formed. So now coming back, even whenever the utilization is crossing more than, or application breakage or application outage related issues are occurring, or service unavailable issues are occurring on top of the servers, same thing, you can go and you can troubleshoot from your side why the utilizations are increasing. So later you can raise a case with the vendor team. So whenever we are installing the EDR agent, it is always crossing maybe 70% or 80% or 90%. So please come online and please troubleshoot and please fix the issue. So I can put that one also here. Server side utilization troubleshooting. So first thing, same, verify the EDR agent status. Second one, verify the configuration in the server side. So third one, verify the compatibility between server and EDR agent version. Fourth one, so take the Wireshark packet capture analysis. Take the packet capture and analyze network traffic analysis. Where is the issue exactly? Whether it is in the application side or OS side, or transport side, or network side, or internet layer side. So couple of times what will happen whenever we are importing the packet capture, packet may be retransmitted, packet may be allow, or packet may be so block. So in this similar way, TCP three-way handshake will not complete in between EDR tool and where the EDR agent is installed. So that thing already I have shown. So wherever red or yellow color or so green color or ash color it will appear. So those places normally problem is occurring. So those things we have to verify. Wherever the white color screen it is appearing like a Wireshark analysis, most of the case there is no issue. So anyway, we can discuss once again Wireshark. Already I explained at the time of I think TCP IP layer analysis side. So I given a little bit introduction, and once again we can discuss about all these. So finally, last but not least, so here raise a case with the vendor to fix the problem. So whenever you are going for implementation side EDR tool, compulsory we can expect this question. Compulsory you can expect this question. So I will give one practical example. Recently, one of the candidate is attended interview with the PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers. So they need dedicated to Trend Micro, and also they need Sentinel one person. So they have multiple customer all over the worldwide, part of MSS team. It's a mainly security services. So mainly they are giving EDR tool implementation to customer like Sentinel one, also Trend Micro. So in that particular interview, first round of the interview, even second round of the interview also, similar type of question they asked. Explain about your roles and responsibilities as a EDR. Okay, so investigation, how can do? Explain about one practical scenario-based malware investigation. And the third one is whenever EDR agent is sleeping, what exactly you will do the troubleshooting step. Whenever any server utilization is crossing after installing the EDR agent, what can you do troubleshooting part? And what is mean by global exclusion or local exclusions? That's it. That's the first round of the interview. It's a complete implementation level. By the way, already tools they will implement. What we have to do whenever any so troubleshooting related or fine tuning related or configuration related issues will occur, just we have to fix those issues. Tool already implemented. It's not like you have to go from the scratch. You have to implement by providing the IP address, providing the subnet mask or default gateway, or integrating Active Directory or primary or secondary DNS server or SMTP server, creating policy. It's not like that. Already tool is implemented, but you should take care of like L3 level of the support, fine tuning and troubleshooting and fixing of the problem, configuration related issues. That's it. Okay. So most of the cases implementation means this one only. So if you want to go to dedicated implementation start from the scratch, you should know a little bit more from the entire EDR or entire firewall or entire SIM tool. For every tool, we have implementation as well. Okay. So coming back here, severity of the respective incidents or alerts. Severity of the incidents for any EDR tool. So vendor to vendor, this particular severity will be, it will different. Example, if you are going for CrowdStrike, they will say critical, high, and also low or medium. That's it. Only three different types of severity levels only. But if you are going for Sophos, once again, critical, high, low. So, but if you are going for Trend Micro, so then you can see critical, high, medium, low, or informational. So vendor to vendor, the severity levels, maybe it is different. Whatever I'm going to teach here, it's a generic way. Okay. So what is the generic severity levels? So first one is critical. So risk score. So here I'll put severity levels. Here I'll put risk score. This is not only applicable to, as I said, our EDR. This is applicable to almost all the tools except IBM QRadar. IBM QRadar SIM tool, it will give 0 to 10 scale range only. Even vulnerability management also, it will give 0 to 10 scale range only. But remaining all other vendors, they will go risk score 0 to 100. Okay. For critical, risk score is so 80 to 100, and high risk score is 60 to 80. For medium risk score for any incident, 40 to 60. Next one is low.
Sir, like on what
20 to,
basis this score is going to be calculated?
yeah, based on the data science or data analytics concept, and based on the historical analysis, based on the say total number of abnormal activity by total number of activity. So for example, what is meant by this one? So risk score formula equals to anomaly factor into type of incident. So this is the formula basically. So now, what is meant by anomaly factor here? Total number of abnormal events. So not normal events. There are two different types of events. One is normal event, second one abnormal events. Per day, maybe one of the end user is doing 10,000 total number of events. That is a combination of some of the normal events plus abnormal events. So out of 10,000 events, maybe 1,000 events are nothing but actions or activity. So event is nothing but action or activity. So here 1,000 events are completely abnormal activity. But total number of activity, how much? 10,000. 1,000 by 10,000 into 100%. That will become anomaly factor. So anomaly factor equals to total number of abnormal events by total number of events. So what is the total number of events here now? Total number of normal plus total number of abnormal events. So that will come anomaly factor. Now, what is my type of incident here? Type of incident here, we are discussing about malware category of the attack. Virus, worm, ransomware, so logic bomb, adware, spyware, and so on. So by default, every vendor, they will provide, so scale of the range 0 to 20 or 0 to 50. If you want to do customization, and you will feel like ransomware is a very, very dangerous attack. 20 out of 20 I can give, or maybe 20 out of 50 I can give. So example, I will give 20. So as a, so type of the incident score. So in the similar, worm also dangerous one. Why? Because if one system is compromised through networking protocols, other systems also will get compromised. Maybe here I will get a little bit more. So I will give 30. Now we are multiplying these anomaly factor. So one of the ransomware attack is occurred now. Anomaly factor will be, so maybe 9. And also our ransomware score is 20. So 20 into 0.9, it is nothing but 80 it will come. So obviously severity of the respective incident is now critical. So this is the way how the backend. So we no need to calculate manual way. So it's a combination of data analytics and also combination of so machine learning capability and artificial intelligence capability. So this is the way how you are utilizing data analytics, nothing but mathematical calculation, and also using machine learning capability as well. If you are multiplying these two now, so our risk score will be generated. This is common to each and every vendor. In-depth analysis, once again, we can discuss part of our SIM tool as well. SIM tool also same concept. So this is the way how the risk score will be generated backend. We no need to calculate anything manual way. Everything can be done by our vendor itself, tool itself. That is the way how the product development of the tool can be done. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please remember this one also. This is backend process. It's a very logical question. Thanks for asking. And informational severity. So 0 to 10 or 0 to 20. So this is the way how the now this is interview question as well, as I said morning also. How can you prioritize the incidents? So based on the severity level and also based on the risk score, we can prioritize the incidents. Only for this particular concept, in one of the interview with the US team, US panel, so with CISO, so approximate discussion it's happened. It's not about normal like interview point of view, discussion it's happened in between. So respect to CISO as well as the candidate. It took approximately 30 minutes to convince the CISO. So they said like, okay, so based on the severity and based on the risk score, I'll prioritize the incident. Without going to the incident, without logging into the incident, without knowing the incident. So how can you prioritize just based on the score you will prioritize? Maybe tool will give false positives. Maybe tool will give the wrong information. How can I trust tool? Maybe, okay, so example take, so our critical severity of the incident is a virus. One of the alert is triggered. But ransomware attack, it is showing as a high severity and alert is triggered. But as per our just now, whatever we discussed, based on the severity and based on the risk, I'll prioritize. So, but here virus is a critical one. It is showing as alert notification. And second one is ransomware. It is showing as a risk score is only just 60 to 80 in between. But out of these, which one I can prioritize without going and logging into the tool or without knowing about the incident?
Virus related.
Just I'm giving. Just it's like a now discussion oriented. It's complete discussion oriented. Maybe your point of view, maybe it is different. From my point of view, maybe it is different. So whatever you are withstanding on the first answer, same you can withstand and you can argue that one on the. So it's like a normal, like a roadway or aggressive way giving the answer. It's not like that. Whatever maybe example you said virus is first priority, ransomware is second priority. Please stick with that one itself. And whatever you are giving, just you can give the proper valid reason. Even though that is wrong answer, that's fine. But be confident, be strong. Okay. So this one also they will validate. Not
The
only that
score
one,
might also change based on the workstations, right? If at all it's server, if it is affected by server or normal
no,
machine.
it will that much capability now each and every tool doesn't have, Priyanka, so far. Maybe in future. So based on the whether it is server or whether it is end user system, maybe in future every vendor has to think about this one as well. But right now no vendor is supporting based on the whether workstation or desktop or laptop or MacBook or else server. So it's completely depending on in generic what type of instant we are receiving, that's all. So
Okay.
but right now no vendor has that much capability, so to
For
identify whether it is server or whether it is end user machine.
okay, for them in their perspective view, those are the endpoint systems. That's it.
Yeah,
But the effect will be more when compared to the server and the normal one single host
exactly.
machine.
Exactly. So that's absolutely right. In that scenario, now we will come into picture because tool will give always maybe false positive information or wrong information. Something
Mm.
it is not happening, also it will show like a something it's happened. Now we can go and we can analyze everything. Whether really is there any business impact related issues are occurring? Is there any risk is involved? So if everything tool is giving, then why human beings are required? Obviously, resource constraint is will be reduced. So
Mm.
that is the reason we are involved. Human beings are involved to verify whether it is a false positive or true positive. Tool is giving correct thing or not. All these process we can call it a fine tuning. So this is the way normally L3 team will come into picture and they can validate existing false positives related data as well, and how we can reduce that false positives into true positives. And so they will take care of the couple of existing data, and according to the past data or real time data in the knowledge base wise, they have to reduce the false positive as well. So that is called one of the fine tuning. Not only just fine tuning, there are a lot of things are involved in the fine tuning. So health checkup, onboarding, and also checking about the performance related issues, reducing the false positive, threat hunting, everything will fall under like a fine tuning. It's more than L3 level basically. Okay. Yeah, you are right. Coming back to your question, yes, business impact wise server is completely high and also risk is very high as compared to normal endpoints. So one more thing here. So they will give additional prioritization. How can you do it? They will give three or practical scenarios. So like how they will give, how can you do prioritization of the instant investigation? So as I said just now, so based on, in generic, they will ask in this way, based on risk score and based on severity of the incident. So this is generic and straightforward question, straightforward answer. But couple of times what they will ask in different way, practical scenario based they will ask. What is in the practical scenario based here now? So they will give 3 or 4 scenarios. For example, one of the server got compromised by ransomware attack. Second one of the director system got compromised by whaling. So third one of the end user system got compromised by brute force attack. So fourth one of the end user VPN authentication failures are coming from different geographical location. So this is the way 4 or 3. So they will explain this. This is the way. So one of the server got compromised by ransomware attack. One of the director system is got compromised by whaling. Nothing but targeting the higher officials, like a senior management or board of the directors. Third one of the India system is got compromised brute force attack by guessing the passwords and username. So last one is one of the end system, one of the end user is making lot of VPN authentication failures from the different geographical location or impossible traversal attack. Now they will ask like which one you will give priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, and priority 4. So this is the way also practical scenario based they can ask. So how can you do the prioritization part now? So this is applicable to cybersecurity SOC operations. This is applicable to even EDR or firewall or proxy for sorry, any other tool as well. Now anyone can guess, and so maybe I will ask Sandeep, are you there?
Yeah. Higher. Yes, I'm there.
Yeah. So now, can you tell me, based on your opinion, already we discussed about all the attacks. You know about ransomware, you know about phishing email, you know about so brute force attack, you know about flooding category, you know about so authentication failure category, everything. Now, based on Sandeep opinion, which one you will give priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, and priority 4?
The first for the first one, I'll give the priority. I mean, high priority.
Okay, so this is like number 1.
Server,
okay.
Yeah.
Next.
And second one is the director system.
Okay, second, this is the priority. Okay.
And third one is the fourth option, like which is out of geographical location attempt.
Okay.
And
This
fourth one is right.
Okay, this is Sandeep opinion. Okay. Now, Chiranjeevi. Chiranjeevi is there in the call. Okay, Ramesh. Ramesh, are you there? Mudhukumar.
Yes, sir. Can do.
Yeah, can you please give your opinion based on the priority wise?
Okay, so I will give first priority as like ransom attack only.
Okay.
The next wailing one.
Okay.
Next would be like brute force.
So next brute force.
Yes.
Okay.
The final one would be VPN.
So same thing like ascending country we are giving 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Akhil. Akhil, are you there? Okay, Akhil is not there. Okay, so Priyanka.
I'll give ransomware the highest priority.
Okay, so number 1. Okay,
Director system compromise would be the second.
okay.
A VPN would be third. The
VPN
last
would
one.
be third. Okay,
Yes, and last one is the brute force.
okay, fine. So now I will give my opinion. So now we are doing this particular session is called brainstorming. Right now, whatever we are doing, same way we can do risk management as well. Quantitative, qualitative, and also hybrid risk assessment. Now, whatever we are doing, this particular session, we can call it as a brainstorming. We are taking the different people opinion, and finally we are making a summary of the overall analysis. That particular analysis, we can call it as a brainstorming analysis. This one we can discuss part of our GRC, governance, risk and compliances. But anyways, here prioritization we are giving now. So maybe my prioritization. So first priority I will give to ransomware attack. Okay, so because it's already got compromised. Second one I will give to whaling. So third one I will give to so brute force attack. Fourth one I will give to directly VPN authentication failure. Okay. So why I am giving this one, my opinion I'll explain now. So ransomware attack is got compromised. We are not sure whether really existing backups are available or not. And moreover, it is a server. It can be accessed by more than one person. Okay. So obviously, in case if backup is not existing, we have to pay a lot of penalties or fines to the respective attacker. Okay. And also we are not sure whether backup server is available. So there are a lot of assumptions we are making now. Just we are taking now opinion only. So everything I am making assumption, and according to that one, I am giving my opinion. I am not sure whether backup server is available or high availability server is available. Whatever server is got compromised. I am not sure how many end users are accessing this server. I am not sure how many applications are on top of this server. In case if I are doing any containment or eradication, I am not sure how many users are going to impact. Even we are not sure about regular backups are taking or not on daily basis. That may be incremental or differential backup. So based on these assumptions, large impact will be there related to likelihood and impact wise. In case this server is got compromised, we should pay a lot of amount to the attacker. So that is the reason this is the first one. So I will give you contradictory sentence as well. So director system is got compromised by whaling. Maybe this director has maybe CEO. It's one of the board of the director, maybe CTO or maybe CFO. There are a lot of confidential data existing related to what profits we are getting and also whatever losses we are getting, even what projects we are getting from the different customers or clients. So here we can do argument as well between 1 and 2. Maybe director means don't think like one of the director. Maybe he's a board of the director. Why not he's not a CEO? Why not maybe he's a CTO? Why not he's maybe CF or CIO? So he's also director, one of the board of the director. So if is the CEO mission is got compromised, obviously all the projects, whatever mission, vision, okay, so strategy and business objectives and business goals for the entire year, everything we are going to lose. So anyways, here maybe I'm thinking like only one of the normal director, not board of the director. So that is the reason as an assumption, I'm making his normal one of the engineering director or not maybe finance director, and I'm giving priority number 2 for this one. Third one. So third one, why I'm giving to brute force attack. Please read these two attacks. One of the end user system is got compromised by brute force attack, already got compromised. It's like a true positive, and command and control is already reaching to the attacker. Now everything control will be there part of the attacker. But on the other hand, fourth one you can see, you read one of the end user, so VPN authentication failures are coming from different geographic location, but that doesn't mean that it's got compromised by the attacker. Maybe so now VPN authentication is coming from Bangalore location. After 5 minutes time period, it is coming from Mumbai. After 5 minutes time period, it is coming from Hyderabad. After 5 minutes time period, it is coming maybe Chennai. It is possible. How it is possible? based on the ISP router, based on the which telecom service provider router, it is accessed when you are connecting to VPN. It is not a compromise scenario. Maybe here it is a false positive or a true positive. It is not succeeded yet. In case succeeded, if I am keeping, yes, maybe this is true positive. It's not succeeded yet. So it's like VPN authentication, just it's coming as a failure only. Attacker did not succeed that particular authentication success. So this is like a false positive. So that is the reason this one we have to give like a fourth priority. So this is my opinion. Maybe you can argue this one also. Maybe why not this one or why not that one. But whatever you are understanding the concept, please exhibit at the time of the interview and please withstand in that one only. But don't change here and there your mind like a dynamic in nature. Okay. So Priyanka and also Sandeep. So here, hope it's clear. Muddukumar, whatever I said, I agree with Muddukumar. So why? Because third and fourth, third is a compromise. It's a true positive. Fourth is maybe compromised or may not be compromised. It's a false positive. So that is the reason. Fourth one I am giving as a impossible traversal attack, part of VPN authentication failure. So obviously at the time of the interview will also do a lot of confusion. Why not this one? Why not that one? So don't change your, okay, so brain initially whatever you are sticking on that one, please make sure that that one itself. Okay. So don't be volatile in nature at the time of the interview, because here and there you are changing. So obviously they will think like you are in a volatile or vulnerability in nature. Okay. So this is the way also we can expect. So whatever question we asked about this one is direct and straightforward. How can you prioritize the incidents? But on the second scenario, we have to think logically. And moreover, we cannot write and everything they will say in the mouth itself. And we have to think logically in our brain. And we have to understand the scenario. And we have to respond back within the immediate response as well, spontaneous response as well. So that means everything you have to understand whenever someone is asking the question as well. Lot of people I have seen, whenever they are attending the interview, first of all, they will not understand about the question itself, but they will give some of the dummy answer. How you can crack the interview? Even though they know about the answer, couple of people, they with the excitement and anxiety, with the fear or afraidness, so they will not give the proper answers as well. Okay. But this is the way how the interviews will be, guys. Okay. So that is about how to prioritize the incidents. Now, EDR actions. Whenever any malware category of the attack it is appearing, how the EDR can be responded back, that particular abnormal or malicious or suspicious activity. So there are different actions EDR can be taken care. First is allowing of the respective files. This is also, I can call it as a clean. So that is the first one. Second one is block. So that is nothing but that particular whatever file it is downloaded or it is installed or it is executed based on the respective signature or based on the heuristic or based on the sandboxing or based on the machine learning, it can block that particular activity. Third one, quarantine. So quarantine general meaning is blocking only, but what it will do, it will keep that particular file in their vendor database. Still it will evaluate and it will do the execution, and finally it will give the verdict whether that file really contains malware or not. So quarantine here, blocking, and also it will keep one of the file in the database and it will validate, and finally it will give the verdict. That is called quarantine. What is meant by home quarantine? At the time the pandemic and corona, so whatever that people are got some infection and they be in the quarantine zones. So that is called home quarantine part. Okay. So same thing here. So nothing but already we are isolating that person. It should not infect other systems or other persons as well. So same thing here also. Quarantine, we are blocking that particular file and also we are keeping to do the further analysis as well. Okay. Indirectly it's a blocking as well. And finally alert. So whenever any unknown category of the attack is happening, based on these machine learning or behavioral pattern or the activity or actions, as a first time activity or last time activity, or based on the baseline, just it will throw an alert stating that so some of the illegal activity or illegitimate activity or abnormal activity or malicious activities going on. Now we have to go and we have to verify whether really that particular attack is a legitimate or illegitimate or normal or abnormal activity. So now finally we have to give the verdict. So in case it file doesn't have the hash value, so and you are checking, most of the people I have seen whenever any alert is triggered, so they will take the hash value, they will go to virustotal.com, they will check the reputation of the hash value. In case it is not existing the virustotal.com, they will say like it's a false positive. But that is wrong investigation basically. In case it is not existing, maybe it's a new hash value, signature is not existing, and virustotal.com is not updated, their database. So for that one, you have to speak with the vendor to make sure that whether really that file contains the malware or not. But most of the people, 90% of the people, whoever right now in the market, they will think it's a false positive, but we should not do that way. We have to go on, we have to do the further analysis as well. Their L2 and L3 team will come into picture, but normally L1 team, they will close the ticket stating that it's a false positive. Okay, but anyway, we can discuss all these. So these are all the different types of actions can be done by our EDR tool, but vendor to vendor, this particular terminology, maybe it is different. So CrowdStrike terminology, they can say clean or maybe block or quarantine or alert. So maybe Sophos EDR, they will say, so clean and block or quarantine alert. So vendor to vendor, this terminology is same, but on the generic, all these concepts are same as it is. Okay. Next one. Exclusions. Before going to exclusions and investigation part, I will give HLD and LLD information as well. So HLD is nothing but high level design document. LLD is nothing but low level design document. So this particular document can be prepared or can be drafted by, it's like a blueprint basically. So how we can do the implementation? It's like as a Bible, as I said previously. So now here, what exactly high level design document contains and low level design document contains? HLD contains. So first thing is it contains about scope of the work, all software, all security architect or solution architect, they can go and they can create this particular document basically. Okay. So even not only applicable to our team, but also it's applicable to other teams as well. For example, take application development guide. What a software architect may be part of Agile and Scrum process, they can go and they can create solution design document. That's called SDD. So how the application design looks like. Whenever end user is accessing any application, what is the user layer, what is the business logical layer, and what is the backend database layer, how the flow it will go from end user to backend database server. They can create SDD. So that is also same as it is. Using AHA, maybe using Confluence or using some other third-party tools, they can create this particular software design architect. In this similar, this is applicable to mobile architect, this is applicable to product architect, and for everything it is applicable the same as it is. Even civil architect as well, they can draw that particular diagram how to construct the building. Okay. So same way, what we can keep in our HLD and LLD, scope of the work. In our scenario, as per yesterday and morning scenario as well. So State Bank of India wants to implement respective so EDR solution for entire branches as well as the headquarters. Second one, risk. At the time of the EDR implementation, what are the risk we can identify? So is there any risk is involved? So that one we have to make like everything assumption. And third one, we have to make assumptions here. What is my assumption here? So whether all the ports are open and protocols is open in the firewall side and network connectivity is established properly or not. And so customer location on-premise activity or maybe through remote installation, connectivity to customer. should be available properly. All these things is a part of assumptions we can make it. So next one is architecture diagram. Which architecture? Not network architecture diagram, EDR architecture diagram. Morning I have drawn already this one. So this architecture diagram, we have to draw that one. And so whether it is a data center or whether it is so cloud based or whether it is SaaS based. So according to that one, we can design the architecture. For example, maybe I will design in such a way. And we can create that particular diagram as well. So same thing, I can copy paste this one through so snipping tool, and I can paste it in our whatever either what document you are creating, or maybe Confluence page you are creating, or maybe some other third-party portal where you are making a documentation part like a SharePoint or any other drives as well. So whenever you're making any HLD and LLD, you have to give the version control as well. You are the author, and next one is approver, third one reviewer. Okay, this is the way how we can make sure that not only for just our HLD and LLD, this is applicable to root cause analysis documentation, any knowledge-based documentation, it's applicable to everything, even SOPs as well. So next one, we have to provide the kickoff meeting. So next one, implementation plan. And next one, project delivery deadlines, times or otherwise. Finally, sign off. Training as well. Last one, sign off. Project we are signing up and giving to the customer. So this is the way overall we can create HLD. Now, what is LLD here? So low level design. So almost everything we can keep whatever we are keeping under the HLD. Additionally, so what we will keep one more thing here, implementation process. What is the implementation process we have to define here? Assigning IP address to EDR tool. So this is called as a management IP or management host name. What is the management IP or management host name? For example, already I explained previously, FortiGate demo tool. So here, click on this one demo. So not this one.
Excuse me, RK.
Yeah, please.
I can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen. What about others, guys?
I mean,
No, it is visible for us.
Can see.
I can see.
We can.
Yeah. I can see.
We
can, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So now this particular whatever screen I'm sharing, whatever right now I'm maxing FortiGate wherever the California location this particular device is deployed. This particular host name is called as a management host name. And also for this fully qualified domain name, we can map one of the IP address. That is the private IP address. For example, 10.10.10.1. So why we can call this one as a management IP or management host name? So through remotely or through virtually, we can configure and we can manage entire device virtual way or remote way. So that's why this particular console we can call a management console, or else we can call management IP address, or else management host name. So right now maybe I'm in India. I'm in India, and this particular tool is located in the California location. Now from India, I can log into this tool. Everything I can do managing of the device. When I say managing of the device, so creating the policies, creating the profiles, creating the detection methods, implementing the assets and implementing device groups, implementing the host names and everything total end to end. So that particular IP address, we can call it as management IP or management host name, or maybe even managing of the device through remotely or virtually. Okay. So that is the first thing we have to assign, and we have to ask this particular IP address or banner name. Even we can give banner name also. What is the banner name? Maybe in our scenario, State Bank of India, their symbol is like a State Bank of India symbol, or maybe full name of State Bank of India, or maybe SBI. Okay. So next one, we have to ask subnet mask from the client itself or customer, whatever tool we are deploying. And we have to ask primary DNS and also secondary DNS to customer to integrate our EDR tool. In the similar way, we have to ask default gateway. So from the EDR tool, whenever we are implementing, so first hop from EDR tool, which is our default gateway. The default gateway we have to ask. In the similar way, we have to ask about Active Directory username and also password. Along with that one, we have to ask common name, CN name, or maybe fully qualified domain name. Active Directory name, we can call it common name, or fully qualified domain name or host name. In the similar way, we have to ask about either IP address or host name.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
So basically, the first management tool, which is not in our location, that will have a unique ID, IP.
Yeah, we have to assign for every device static IP, especially tool oriented. Yes.
The management one, which is not in our location, I mean, we were talking about this one, right?
No, this is not in our location. It is customer location, whatever IP address they want to assign to the tool. It's a private IP
It's
address.
like the agent. If at all, I wanted this, the SBI wanted this EDR. So now the LLD will give the EDR a separate IP for this.
Yes.
Okay, and the main one, it will have a normal, as per the geographical location, it will have some other thing.
No. EDR tool is only one tool will be there. For example, take State Bank of Mumbai location. There we want to deploy hardware-based EDR tool.
Okay.
Now, whenever we are configuring IP address to EDR tool, now we have to ask the customer, whatever static IP empty free slot is available, please provide that IP address. Maybe they will give 10.10.10.1. Now that 10.10.10.10.1, I will assign to that hardware device. So by using console connection, and also I will map that particular IP address to example. One second. So now I will map that one to maybe 10.10.10.1. This is the EDR tool IP address. Example, CrowdStrike. Now this one I will map for easy for understanding purpose or user friendly purpose now. SBIEDR.com. So why I will give this one? So this is now EDR tool because I have to segregate what is EDR tool, what is firewall, what is proxy, what is SIM tool. Now this one I can map to fully qualified domain name or host name as a SBIEDR.com. That means 10.10.10.1 is a EDR tool. So this is the way how we can now, if I want to access, just yesterday I gave an example, maybe you are sitting in the Gachibowli Wipro location and you want to configure this tool. So now here you have to give HTTPS by connecting to our respective VPN. So then we have to give 10.10.10.1. In case any port number is required, based on the vendor also, we can give either 443 or 8443 or 9093. It depends on vendor to vendor. Now we have to give this one or else. Either you can give this one as well. So //SBIEDR.com. So now give enter and it will ask you username and password. Now you have to enter the username and password. Later you can go and you can integrate all of your primary DNS, secondary DNS, Active Directory, SMTP server, asset group creation, and policies implementation, detection methods enabling part, customized dashboard creation, and report generation, everything. So this is the way how we can do the implementation side.
So this will be mapped to all the other things, right?
Yeah, this is applicable to not only just EDR. Now I am taking EDR example. So in the future, maybe I'll go to firewall, I will go to proxy, I will go to NADS and APS, DLP, SIM tool. Everything implementation concept is same as it will not change. Maybe policies, maybe it is different, or correlation rules, maybe it is different. Log onboarding, maybe it is different. But simple funda for any security tool implementation is assigning the IP address, assigning the default gateway, assigning subnet mask, integrating primary DNS, Active Directory, SMTP server. These steps are common to every tool implementation. Okay, so now If you want to get this information, now customer will contact their Active Directory team and they will provide that information to us. In the similar way, now we have to ask SMTP server details to get the notification whenever any malware category of the attack. Now our EDR tool, we are integrating SMTP server. So here we have to provide either IP address of the SMTP server or else host name and also protocol and port number. Anyway, protocol is the SMTP and port number is 25. This is one, and Active Directory port number, LDEP or LDEPs, either 389 or 636. So in the similar way, already primary DNS, secondary DNS. After completing this one now, we have to do the asset identification. So our asset, already we are installing EDR agent, automatically all those assets, it will appear in our EDR tool. Now we have to grouping of the assets, asset grouping or device grouping. So based on the whether Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 8.1 or workstation or desktop or Unix server or Red Hat Enterprise Linux server or CentOS, according to that one, you can group it. And based on the symbol also we can identify. Okay. So later we have to create policies. Which type of policies? Morning already I said. Threat prevention policy and also app control, web control, update management, basic DLP, basic file integrity monitoring. Sorry, basic HADS, HAB, scalability, everything we have to configure policies. Either you can follow default policies, otherwise you can make a customized policies as well. So next one, detection method. Detection methods are backend, we can't enable anything. And later you can create dashboards. So whether you want to see security posture of the organization, what's going on the EDR side, or whether you want to see all viruses one dashboard, all malwares are one dashboard, all ransomware are one dashboard. So all, okay, so Trojans are one dashboard. So that is one of the dashboard we can create. Otherwise, so which assets are causing more number of threats? Top assets are causing threats, or top applications are causing threats, or top endpoints are causing threats. So top bandwidth utilization causes threats. So all those different types of dashboards we can create. Finally, reports as well. So by default, every vendor, it will provide default reports. Whether you need weekly reports or daily reports or monthly reports, that is based on the quantity wise reports. In the similar way, so based on the threat wise also we can create reports. So these reports we have to schedule every day midnight at 12 a.m. So automatically whatever reports if you want to see, maybe health checkup report or malware category of the reports, or how many number of instances per day we are receiving, weekly based reports or monthly basis report. There are two different types of reports normally will configure. One is technical oriented reports. Second one is process oriented reports. So technical oriented reports are technical related attacks. And so process oriented reports like a quantity of the reports per day, how many instances are receiving, how many are resolved, how many are on hold, how many are pending. So finally, this is the way everything we can provide implementation process and approach also in LLD. But in the HLD,
Sir,
we will not create all these. Yeah,
sorry.
please.
Sir, like the ticket analysis, how many tickets, it will be done through the ticketing mechanism which was configured or which was interlinked with the existing tool, right, sir?
So there are two different types of case management we can do. Basically, whenever we have a ticketing tool, ticketing tool also we can call it case management. What is mean by case management here? So every case, every instant we have to consider the case. For example, if we are going for High Court or Supreme Court or Family Court or any criminal cases it is appearing, every case they will consider one of the incident or one of the case. So case management meaning here, whatever instance we are receiving, what is the status of the case, whether it is on hold or pending or new or work in progress or closed. So now every vendor nowadays or every tool by default it is providing case management. Whether you want to do the case management directly in the tool itself, or whether you want to use third-party tools like a Jira or Sharewell or maybe ServiceNow or maybe ITSM tools. It depends. So most of the customers or clients know what they are doing. All pulse to related. So case management they are doing directly in the tool itself, And what a true positive, something we are escalating to L2 team and L3 team, they are making separate ticket in the ServiceNow or Jira or maybe some other tool as well. Why? Because one user, if you want to give to ServiceNow or Jira, for one ticket, we have to pay around $5. Paying $5 for one ticket, it will become very expensive related ticketing tool. So, and also for user also, we have to pay $50 for one user account creation. L1 maybe 10 members are there, L2 maybe, okay, so 6 members, L3 maybe 3 members, and one SOC manager, or maybe EDR manager. Altogether, we have 19 members in the team. For 19 into 50, so that will become, okay, so $950. In the similar way, additionally, for every ticket, whatever we're creating, for that one, we have to pay separate cost. That is the reason nowadays what, okay, so respect to customers to reduce the cost or to minimize the cost or to minimize the price, for all false positive case management or handling in the tool itself. And whenever any dependency is there with some other team or escalating to L2 and L3 team, they are creating separate ticket in the ticketing tools like ITSM or Sharewell or HP, IBM or ServiceNow or Jira. So this is the way how the process they are following. Is it clear? Yeah, don't worry. All these things we can discuss part of our practical tools explanation. Yeah, coming back to here, what I'm saying here, difference between HLD and LLD. So in the HLD side, we'll provide overall high level design only, but on the LLD side, additionally, on top of the HLD, we are keeping implementation approach also. What to do and how to do and what is the IP address, what is the subnet mask, everything we have to gather, and according to business requirement from the customer or client, we have to go and we have to configure the overall tool. That is like implementation side. So now whatever HLD solution architect or security architect they are creating, implementation team they will take and they will go and they will implement. So if you are doing any mistake in the LLD, overall solution will also will become wrong. So that is the reason solution architect and security architect role is very critical. Not only our security point of, even software architect or product architect or mobile architect or OT or IoT architect, for all these people, role is very, very crucial in their particular design point of view. In case those people are doing any mistake, entire solution will go wrong. So I have done several mistakes as well at the time of the designing of the SIM solution, firewall solution, EDR solution, okay, even application security solution as well. Okay, I will explain about all this. So that's all about overall HLD and LLD. It's not completed yet. So then, so in the tomorrow morning class, I will go with implementation approach, and also I will discuss about difference between traditional antiviruses, EDR, and also XDR. And if time permits, I will start DLP as well. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Do you have any questions? First of all, are you able to understand whatever I'm teaching?
Yes, sir.
Then it's fine. Any questions
Yes,
do you
sir,
have?
but because of the things which maybe I'm not from this background, so I'm feeling little bit clumsy here and over there. But up to whatever the extent, like the layers presentation, I mean the layers and all, and like why virus, bomb, how it's going to be impact, and different types of attacks. Till that was it was fine for me, but whenever the CDR concept started, it's getting little clumsy for me because I need to match and recollect it from back to here, here to there. So there will be little bit clumsy for me. Let it be. I'll need to prepare a lot for this.
Yeah, so don't worry, because I'm not explaining about just only investigation part. It's, as I said, this particular training is not about only whenever any alert will be triggered, going to the ticketing tool, raising a ticket, and doing the tracing, and finally doing the analysis and closing the incident or closing of the respective ticket. As I said, this particular training is applicable to even 20 years of experienced people as well. So how to do the designing, how to do the implementation, how to create policies, total end to end. So yeah, it will little bit clumsy, you are right. And also you have to compare all the attacks, because here and there I'm going for multiple technologies, not only just EDR. I'm comparing with firewall, I'm comparing with the DLP, I'm comparing with the web application firewall, I'm comparing with the SIM tool and vulnerability management tools as well. So you will feel little bit clumsy, but don't worry. So just you can focus on remaining other solutions as well. By that time, you'll clear all these solutions as well.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Because I mean, whatever the terminology, I mean, it's new for us. So I mean, let we are habituating it. So
Yeah,
then it will be easier.
you are right.
Yeah. Terminology wise, it is difficult. Like even though we know the concept based on your explanation, even though we know also if they spell in a technical terminology, we are unable to catch. If they tell like this is what I mean, this meant by this, na okay, this I know, but the technical term which you are using, that maybe that I am not aware. So
Yeah, maybe you
that
have
is
the
what I
past
felt.
experience, maybe it is different. Yeah, you can habituate all these things within maybe 2 or 3 weeks, because these technologies right now, when I started EDR, so what terminology I'm using, you can use it for only for EDR. If I going to
Yes, sir.
firewall, then firewall terminology you have to use it. But don't mix here and there, otherwise you'll get a lot of confusion. So if
Yes,
I
sir.
will
Yes, sir. Of
segregate
course.
every tool, then it's easy for you. So dedicatedly, maybe you want to go for endpoint, I'll teach only endpoint. But this particular course, as I said, is not about only endpoint security. It's for multiple security technologies. Obviously, you'll get confusion, but don't worry about that.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Then thank you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Yeah, someone is asked in the chat. So what are the different type of tabs are there in the EDR tool? It depends on the tool to tool. So once I will go to practical session, there I can show practically everything. Any other?
Excuse me, RK.
Yeah, please.
What EDR you will show practically?
So I'm planning to show one is Sophos EDR because it is freely available and you can feel like it's a completely lab access. And so you can feel completely on the practical once you are joining in a company, how to do on the investigation point, everything it is available readily and automatically. So I can
So
show
on the,
Sophos, but I can explain about all other tools architectures as well.
so the menu or the options which in the EDR tools, everything seems to be same.
Yeah, almost the same. Only see one more thing I want to say. Maybe you know how to so ride a bike, Hero Honda. Obviously, you know about Royal Enfield. Maybe you know about Chatak or Bajaj or any bike you can read it, right? Or you can ride it. Sorry.
Yeah.
So same thing here. Don't worry about tool. Please think about backend concepts. So even at the
Okay.
time of the interview also, nobody will ask what are the different types of tabs are there and where you can go and where you can do the investigation. They can expect one of the practical scenario. They will give one of the
Okay.
scenario oriented backend concept only they'll expect. So tool you can learn within 1 or 2 days. Going to graphical user interface and going here and there, playing for maybe 1 or 2 days, you can comfortable with the tool. But tool will give you a lot of confidence. But don't worry about so each and every tool. There are 85 tools are there dedicated to EDR.
I
Can you
mean
become
like
expert in
tuning
EDR?
requests
Yeah. One tool, if you
because we
know,
need to make
yeah,
tuning requests, right?
yeah. One tool, if you know, and what is the backend process, that is more than sufficient to crack any of the other tools interviews as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And what's the time, class time for tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, I will take 8 o'clock.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Okay, guys, then thank you so much and good night. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm uploading all the documents and also videos within 1 hour of the time period. Even I updated today EDR backend process as well. Please go through all these documents as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Good night.